Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Mindset channel. I'm Ann B. Say, and I appear several times a week on my YouTube channel to talk about ways that we can get our mindset in a positive, productive place so that we can have a life of peace and prosperity. And if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you go over to my YouTube channel, annbsay.com, and subscribe there. And go over to my website and click on newsletter, and you'll be able to get all the goodies sent right directly to your email. So this morning I've titled Flow and Motion, Getting Unstuck. And getting unstuck is like one of the best things that we can do in life. There are things that keep us from getting the breakthrough that we want, whether it's relationally or work-wise, or just getting a sense of peace and freedom. And so what I wanted to do was address some of the things that we can do when we find that we're stuck. And as I thought about this, and we kind of talked about it last night in a class that I taught, there are three things that will really keep us stuck, that will keep us from getting the breakthrough, from really moving forward in life, which is why I titled this Motion and Flow. And the first one is to stay flexible. Because if you want to move forward in life, if you want to move forward emotionally, mentally, if you think about like standing in a river, like a rock or something that's like fixed and rigid, like the water just goes around it and it keeps on going, and like the rock never gets into the flow of things. It never gets in motion because it's rigid, it's heavy, it's stuck. So in order to get breakthrough and get freedom, it's important to stay flexible. The second thing that came to my mind was to be open. And the thought I had there was the word assumptions. If we have assumptions on the way things are going to happen, or we have thoughts like it's always been this way, it's never going to be different, those are going to be thoughts that keep us stuck in this place, that prevent us from moving forward, prevent us from being in the flow of life, from getting the breakthrough, from finding the freedom that we're looking for. And we really want to guard against those things. We want to keep our mindset open. Serendipity is a great word for that. And the chemist coming out of the lab, he always says to me, you know, life favors this serendipitous mind. In other words, if you stay open that something is going to happen, then you sort of assume like, yeah, so all I need to do is look around and figure out like, okay, what's happening? So if you're looking to move forward like in your faith, then sometimes you need to just stay open and just say, you know what, I'm not going to be rigid. I'm not going to be fearful. I'm not going to be controlling. I'm not going to make assumptions that just because this is new and different, that something good can't come out of it. I'm going to stay flexible. I'm going to stay open. I'm going to assume that every day something is going to happen that will help me stay in the flow and the motion in a positive direction. The third thing that I want to touch on this morning is what I call routine. In other words, we tend to be creatures of habit, and we can get in routines and we can get stuck there. And those routines will prevent us from staying in the flow of life, from moving forward, from getting the breakthrough. And so mix it up every once in a while. If you've always done like your morning routine one way, try doing it a different way. If you've always just kind of started with, you know, some reading and just sort of sat quietly, then throw some music on. Try starting a little bit differently. Try having that time at a different point during the day. I mean, I love the morning, but sometimes I'll circle back like at lunchtime or in the evening and do it again. Just give myself a little bit more, just because I want to break out of the routine. I want to stay open, um, so that I can be prepared when some things will change, so that I can be ready. Now we did like a little class, a workshop on this last night, and it was fabulous. It was the second one we've done in a week, and I think we're going to do some more in January. So definitely stay tuned for those. The oil, because if you know me, I love essential oils. And it was funny because I had the diffuser running last night, and somebody said, "Oh, what oil are you diffusing?" And I said, Cypress and a citrus oil, because I like them. They're a favorite. And she said to me, "Well, why did you choose cypress? And what's that good for?" And I said, I don't know, other than just being my favorite, you know. So I went and looked it up in my little emotions and oils book. And it's interesting because cypress is the oil of flow and motion. And it's really good for breaking off the fear, breaking off the perfectionism, the need to kind of control our environments, and just getting into the flow that will move us forward, that will bring us a breakthrough. And both of these classes, I was diffusing the cypress oil, and both classes, everybody there got awesome breakthrough. So it must partner really well. My philosophy is we're body, soul, and spirit. And if our body likes the aroma of something, then our soul, which is your mind and your will and emotions, your soul will engage with that and bring breakthrough, so that your spirit can prosper, can grow, and be healthy. So that's my oil for the week, for the topic. And I hope that you'll kind of maybe do some journaling or some thinking about, are you rigid? Do you need to be more flexible? Do you approach life in your day with assumptions like it's always going to be this way? A great way to look at that is, what's your repeated thought patterns? What words and phrases do you hear yourself say throughout the day? And break out a routine. Do something new and different and see where that leads you. So again, this is Ann B. Say. You can subscribe on my YouTube channel and log over to my website and get on the newsletter, and just be blessed. We share hope. We hope to change the world, and we will see you in a couple days.